Good evening, friends. It's time for the Hattrick Creators Club Tournament Semifinal. And we're in it. We're up against HTActu, Union HTActu tonight. And looking at the statistics, it looks pretty close, I should say. Hey, Jan B. Hey, Young Angus. But honestly, I mean, I'm fancying our chances still. Especially if you look at a match like... This one is hard to pick out, right? Hockey Club Luxembourg. They are over 3 years older on average, and they have slightly lower TSI, but I don't think it's a lot in the difference. Mistral Gagnon, if that's any way to pronounce it. Very old team, but identity shakers. Yeah, like fairly close, right? Second spot in second division, both of them. Apostoli here should be favorites, I think. Slight favorites. And Busuchi should be favorites. This difference in TSI being so much older, I'm hoping at least they'll be favorites. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have had a nice draw. Hey, Toby. Are you back in Hattrick already? I need to set up my multi-chat window. Here we go. Let's see, insert coin versus Maracana Foot FC. Advantage Maracana, I think. Well, welcome back. Hopefully you are ready to set up a team and do some good things. Apple Jelly Sporting Club de Boa. Very close. Very, very close. How was your guys? How was you guys' cup draw, by the way? Any interesting matchups coming up? We have one less round in Denmark, which means there's more money to be made in the first round, but probably also I mean, I think the first ass whooping, to say the least, will be closer in proximity because of that. Speaking of that, my potential second round in San Marino is against Vanagor and Penarosa Bramante. Which is kind of crazy because I thought I would be higher seeded, but apparently I'm not. They are the second best seeded team in San Marino. Polaris United Bears against Valhalla Puffins. Close encounter, it seems. Close encounter, it seems. And the final match, I think, be Nano Team 59 against TSV Alemannia Eichel. And that should be advantage for Pio Nino and his team, I hope. But I think it'll be a fairly close match for the final. I can say as much already that the approach for this one was to not pick the strongest teams. Not the very strongest teams that we have signed up, because the idea is to win the final as well as the semifinal, and I have an idea that might be the approach as well from Union HTActu tonight as well, so I guess there's no surprise here. Let's take a look at the other semifinal. FC Betty versus Ian. Looks like a very close encounter for the top 11 average numbers here. Fairly even on age and on TSI and on wages. Good form for FC Betty. Wow. That's going to be tough to call. Real Longuelo up against EFK Barkis, all promoted to the top flight. What? Did they sell out? Longuelo. Did they sell out recently? Wow. That's a free win for Sweden tonight. That's a free win for Sweden. I guess he didn't tell Dema Jr. Or at least I would be very surprised to see the Italian outfit win this one. Houston Neighbors against AC Bananas. Yeah, I think Bananas will be favorites for this one, looking at the TSI and the average age. But kind of close, actually. But they look to be far ahead. Also, I must apologize beforehand if I accidentally cough. I've been a bit under the weather for a few days. Final destination team versus Bepolinos. Bepolinos. It looks like Bepolinos will be favorites for this one. Judging only from the numbers. Campioni 1982. Ulleberg. Once again, slight favorites for Sweden. And what about SSCUC and Riksmeisters? Tough to call. The Swedish team has a TSI advantage, but they might be behind on wages. That could also be down to the number of foreign players in the squads. Bologna versus Koraks. Fair advantage for Sweden in this one. Ilborn Sam Haritano up against Sövatenspiraterne. Advantage for the Pirates. And in the final match, Associación Atlética Argentinos Juniors up against Landskrona Boys. Looks like an advantage Sweden. I'm actually thinking Sweden are fair favorites in this one. I'm calling a 6-3 win for Sweden against Italy, or for the Swedish smörgåsbord fanatics versus the masterminds, I should really say, but it's a lot easier just saying Sweden versus Italy. Maybe we should just stick by that. Also on the live page, I should turn off the chat like this and I should update, of course. Dynamitus, yes. And we better. Right. Like this. And I think I have maybe I have the old black brows. Which round did we? That's not the right one. Oh, could it? You know what? For the sake of things, I'm just going to turn it around. Be a little lazy. Sorry. It'll do, I think. It'll have to. Hey Flicktalk, good to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a good Thursday evening in Balambong. Good to see you too. Things are fairly good. I hope you guys have had a nice draw for the cup match. Arthur Novak, hello. Hello, hello. So the prediction is pretty even between HTActu and the Dynamiters, and I think Sweden are the biggest favorite tonight for a final spot. I think that's the case. Landskrona boys. $40 to go. Hope you guys are all enjoying the off season. If you played in the supporter weekly trophy, I hope you've had a good run, scored a lot of goals, perhaps a lot of hat tricks. I do not participate myself in those, not because I don't want to, but I have a fair bit of things going on during the regular season, so I actually enjoy the off season at least a little, not having all those games, and then I start counting down. But there's, in my case, there's less than a week to go until the first cup round, and against a human manager, so it's not just bot bashing in the first initial round. Anyway, let's reload and let's see if there's any ratings to check out. Alright, so prediction here, Hockey Club being favorites. Got into top 8 of the Generational Trophy 2024. That's very good. Congratulations. I think I might try the Generational like in a few seasons for my Danish team, but I've been holding back on that one because I started my team in September. So naturally it'll be a tough one to get fine. Especially if you go for cycle build rather than like in a wheeling and dealing case. Okay, this is pretty close, but I stand by my view. Luxembourg will be the favorite still. Identity Shakers Salvatore Lonfanini. Mike Faulkner. He's in defense. That's a dodge. Wow. Very close. Slight favorites, the Mistral Gagnond. Avicii. IK. That's kind of a mirror matchup, but I should say that Apostoli will be the favorites in this one. What about the third one? Advantage Busucci De Caro. I hope. Insert coin. Supernatural counter. Pretty even this one. They get the first attack in the left, 28%. Nametano. That would be a terrible start. That would be an absolutely terrible start. Hattrick, don't do this. It would be unrealistic. Hattrick, why do you do this to me? Alright, anyway, 1-0 for HTActu and 1-0 for EFK Barkis. Sweden lead 1-0 as well. Longuello, yeah, they have sold out. That's a free goal. That's a free point for Sweden. As if they need it. Sporting Club will be slight favorites in this one. Kind of a mirror matchup. Midfield advantage might be key here. Keep Team Stadium. Team Stadium. Playing creatively. Up against... looks tough actually. Just a single sub-level here. Passable. Inadequate. Passable. Solid. Yeah. And a man mark as well. From... Okay, Italian Campioni have equalized. That's something at least. Wow. Ouchies. Looks like a tough task for Fumble. Polaris Bears versus Valhalla Puffins. Moreno Raja. Oh, he's man marking from the central midfield. Jimmy Dissing. No, wait. Oh, it's a double. Jimmy Dissing. Let's take a look at... Woo. Wow. TSV Alemannia Eichel. Here we go. It's an equalizer. Okay. That's in the final match. And it look... Oh, that's an important one. That's the way you win against unpredictable counter. I don't know. I was reading chat while I was saying the way you win against counter-attacking teams is you score on your chances. Mark Myden. Where is he? Oh, that's the striker. You should have scored, my friend. Don't let me down. Four unpredictables. That could turn in our favor. That's an attack to the left, and luckily it has been missed. So, which one was it? Fumble here? For unpredictable? Yeah, something could happen. Definitely. Identity shakers. Hadushki. Oh wait, it's Mistral. It's a non-tactical counter, I think. Ooh, that would be a perfect way to start this match. The most realistic way. Takes a shot from the left. Oh, it's an 8%er. Polaris. Unpredictable event. Boris Volir Shamic. No. No. We are trailing. Not that much though. 2-1. We still in this? I can't believe the Italians have given it away against Sweden, more or less. Another goal. This one, I'd even say this is a match where we are favored and Hattrick has gone against us. Not the best of starts, to say the least. One more. Team Stadium. Alphonse Guascuen. Now 4-1. They went for the finals. Maybe they did. But I also like, I guess the manager of Real Longuelo. Oh, it's not. You're making it worse. That's because I was lazy, I think. Sorry. It's a bit of a shame he hasn't informed Dema that he's selling out. Biotech. But that's what happens. Where did everyone go? It's very quiet tonight. No Steve, no party. I really like Steve being here. It's always nice when Steve's here, but I was thinking people could make a party without him. Just a single lead for us. It's TSV Alemannia Eichel. The Hattrick fam? Yeah, I might start a team. I mean, it's just another Hattrick team, right? But I will be having two teams being quite close to competitive mode at the same time, however, so I might just make it for some bit of like for fun. Imagine playing Hattrick for fun, right? But you know what I mean? It will rule. Yeah, I'm sure it will be a fun experience. But it's an extra team, so for me it's always good. Exactly. And at least that's also the way I like to think about extra teams. And I must admit, having four teams is where I start making... I forget setting the lineups on one team and stuff. I didn't have the problem with one or two teams. I didn't really have it with three teams. But once I started out the fourth team, I started... Like when I'm having busy times at work and stuff, I kind of miss doing things as well sometimes. Gosavi. There we go. With Claude one back. And I think it's one of those things that people tend to underestimate. Because one team, definitely you could almost, unless you were day trading, you could do it on autopilot, right? And two teams, yeah, but sort of, suddenly, the amount of effort needed just takes you by surprise. Okay, it's getting closer now because we've had an equalizer from Apostoli, Achille Metak Canuti. Down the left. Let's see. The masterminds have clawed one back. Let's just do a count up there as well. This is the first match. Betty, that's 1-1, 2-1. It's level, I think. Great, we're getting back a bit. Yeah. I actually saw a post from a Danish manager a few weeks back, and he stated, I found it quite funny, but he had retired from his job, and now he actually found he had less time for Hattrick. He had less time for Hattrick now that he was retired, because he used to be able to do his Hattrick business while he was working. Luxembourg. It's made it back to 4-2. but I actually understand where it comes from, because sometimes where I work, like sometimes what I do is I enroll iPads on profiles, and I have to wait a little while, and I might be enrolling 3 iPads at a time. So I'm in a situation where, while I do this efficiently, I shouldn't do 4, because you'll mess up user accounts and passwords and stuff. So I could actually be like I could scout for a player just to see is a player available that I might need, like a future coach or something, or I could set a lineup, but I wouldn't be able to do anything meaningful in regards to my job. Like I have an exam paper due in a month, like a project, but it's not something that I can switch on, switch off, because I have to read and analyze articles and scholarly papers and stuff. So I couldn't do that for 5 minutes and then switch back to the iPad thing. So sometimes I have pretty good time to do something that doesn't require a lot of intense focus, right? So sometimes I actually understand where he comes from. Yeah, I could. And like, I'm a mod as well, so I could read a few forum posts, stuff like that. Avicii, AIK, Stockholm. Stockholm. I think it's a reload angle. They've taken the lead. I think the match engine is broken today. Italy. It's definitely broken. Now it's Nano Team with the equalizer. Is it 5-1? What happened? Final Destination Team takes the lead against Bepolinos. That means... do we have Italy in the lead? The Masterminds? Vattenspiraterna. It's taking the lead. Do you think people are chilling out during the... Okay, I can see on the graphics, HTActu is leading 5-1 against the Masterminds. Yeah, I should actually invite them. I might have forgotten. We don't need the others. Well, we might... Can we wait until we are in the lead? Apple Jelly has taken the lead against Sporting Club Boa. You know what? I actually start. I feel like the fever's coming back. We wait until Puffins turn the match around. Wow, so many chances already. Relax. Yeah, I'm just joking. Did any of you guys use the serious swap this season? Barkis. Never swap? Why not? Like, I actually think the preferred series has been kind of bugged this season. But I haven't moved any teams myself. Buon Samharitano. 2-1 against Sövatenspiraterne. Bosici Ticaro 2-0. Oh. The Puffins could play in an interesting Division 5 as well. The Valhalla Puffins. If you feel like it. SSCUC 1-0. I feel like I have to do another count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? You know, I'll admit that I called out Sweden to be fairly big favorites in this one. And they're actually trailing. I'm pretty fine with all my series, so no, with my Premier team, I'm in a league with five other IRL friends. Last season was 3 and now 2 more got promoted. That sounds so fun. I didn't even finish reading the sentence because it was like, wow. I was like, wow, does anyone here have a real life? No. Already have an interesting series with Puffins. We had 3 teams at same points before the last match of the season. Yeah, okay. Nice 1-0 lead. Putting on glasses. Oh, yeah, the Spider-Man. The Peter Parker meme. Yeah, we're heading for the gutter. Yeah, that's true. Cool story, bro. Ooh. But TSV Alemannia Eichel is doing their bit. Let's see. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-2. Damn it. Unless you're joining a friend, I wouldn't say like, yeah, like if it doesn't have to be a IRL friend necessarily. But yeah, I get what you're coming from. In my second season with my Danish team, we actually we joined up to be 8 relatively newly started teams, and we formed some I'd say some Hattrick friendships, right? I at least continuously check on some of those guys that I played with. I have so many Hattrick friends, I would need 10 teams at least to join them all. Yeah, like we did form the Hattrick Community League just to have a chance to play against each other in the community. Oh, Italia, Bologna, Carogna. They look fairly solid, to my surprise. We used to be five real life friends putting on season grill parties, end of the season grill parties for the final league round. Beer, steaks on the grill, dangerous Sundays. Let's put it like that. Honestly, dangerous in regards to get up early Monday morning as well, because it was very fun. Unfortunately, only one of those guys plays still. He just returned. But it was amazing. But you couldn't do all those things. Like, you couldn't do preferred series. You couldn't do the series swap. Landskrona boys equalizing against Argentinos. Eichel, Alemania Eichel, 3-1 from a corner. Emporikas Aspiotis and Barkis 4-0. Yeah, obviously against Real Longuelo. Maracana. Chiakura Akani from a right attack. You know one manager who won't apply? Who would that be? Oh, yeah. It looks like it. LOL. FC Corvus Corax with the equalizer. Gusten. Gusten Mørnstrand. You know, in Danish, to be Gusten means you are like a... How would you put it? It might need a paraphrasing. Like in many ways, like if you smell really bad. But it could also be like, if you are like, for instance, if you imagine you were like at a pool hall or like a billiards table or something, and you were extremely good, like a shark, a pool shark, good. You could also be called, man, he's Gusten. I guess that's not the intention here. 24 years, 37 days. Let's count it up. I demand a recount. 1, 2, 1 bananas. 2 all. Apostoli Achille Mitak Canuti with the equalizer. We like the sound of that. Pulls us just a little closer. Just a little closer. Okay. Okay, there it worked. I had to skip that. I think the Swedes might be co-streaming tonight. And that could be the reason why they don't want to collaborate. Maybe not. Oh, no worries. It's fine. It's fine. Pepolinos. They are making their way back in this one. Is that an old school Barcelona kid? I think so. Or maybe, yeah. Almost made me think of the Cyclops from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Karokna for Masterminds, and then Ulleberg for Smørgårds for Fanatics. I just like that throwback, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Do you guys ever play that? What was that first expansion called? It wasn't Armageddon's Blade, that was the second. Armageddon's Blade. Man, that takes me back. Shout out the... A Hattrick book is coming out? I would assume it would be like a real book. Hey, Chris Gillen. Chris. Pepolinos. Oh, I think the Swedes are turning this around now. Armageddon's Blade. Yeah, I definitely think I need to own such a thing. we had a meetup in Aarhus, and I think, well, how long is it ago now? That's a fair while ago. But I actually saw, like, one of the guys brought the board game. We didn't get to play it on that evening. One for use and one for the shelf. Yeah, you could contribute. I think they are soon going to look at contributions for it. That's a PNF goal from Vedat Osim. So now, Bosuchi, could you give some karma for the rest of the boys? The rest of the boys. What Armageddon's Blade is the first of 2 expansions for Heroes of Might and Magic 3. What? The Shadow of Death. Oh, that's what it's called. Yeah, I thought it was called The Shadow of the King, and I was like, that doesn't sound badass at all. The Shadow of Death. Oh. And I remember buying Shadow of Death secondhand, like back in the days when you got, like, games were packed in those cardboard boxes. Oh man. I remember I had Baldur's Gate 2 in such a box as well. Oh, those were the days. Shadow of Death. Oh, I feel like playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Identity Shakers, Alexei Dueldin. Oh wait, he gave the ball away to Rupe Savikuja. Give me some attacks on the wing. Oh. You will bow to the mighty puffins. I hope. The polar bear will bow to the mighty puffin. Nehorai Samia. Wow. Down the left again? Again? Or was... Here comes a counterattack, I think. Or is it Van Gorp? Oh, it's a PNF. And the Warriors with the equalizer. Yeah, I think we might be very close now. We might be very close. Identity Shakers. Go on. He looks... Yes. 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 Okay, let's just double check it. 1. Oh, did he... Oh, yeah. Okay. So we are 1 up. 2 all. 3. 4. 4-3. Call out 1 more. Yeah, we just need to turn 1 more round. Basically 2, right? Danilo Hearts. Quick event. Apostoli. Oh, we are Time flies. Let's do a count up on the other match. 1-1, 3-1, Sweden, 4-1, 4-3, 4-4. Oh, it's completely tied as well in the other match. Wow. No! Felipe Piquet Melo. (5-3). Mike Faulkner. Identity Shakers. Central. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Shakers. Oh. Close. I feel like it was close. And the microphone is off. And I forgot to start sharing the chat. Sorry. Ugh. There it goes. Like I said, I've been a little under the weather, and sorry. And I've had to do some catching up on work as well. Too hypey for my taste. It's almost halftime. Yeah. I've decided to, like in some imaginary way, I am locking myself into a room with my exam paper. Saturday and Sunday, now that it's the off season anyway, and at least I want to feel good about the situation when I go to bed on Sunday evening. I have an entire month before I have to hand in the paper. Been doing preparing some stuff for some teaching with a colleague tomorrow as well. So but I feel like I've done so much work in order to facilitate a good paper now. Now it's about executing. And when that's done, when all that's done and dusted, I don't want to be any wiser. I don't want to be any better. I'm done. At least that's what I tell myself. Be right back. Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see. Anyone alive on the forums? Wait, did Sweden take the lead? Surely they didn't. 1-1. Three 1. 4-1. 4-2. Isn't it? Isn't it all even? Fall, I think. Oh, I'm actually, you know what I said I was most likely going to lock myself into an imaginary room, throw away the key, and then feel like I would be somewhere. But there's actually one thing that I would like to do. Oh, dang. Yeah. I didn't take that into consideration. Hey, Flicktor, no worries. Enjoy the match. I want to make a giveaway this holiday season for the ugly Hattrick Christmas sweater, to be honest. And now I realize that I have to... It has to be ordered tomorrow. If it's a guarantee to have it arrive before Christmas. Can't possibly do that before. And I guess people will get to have it before next Christmas then. I think it's because it's made on demand. Like once it's actually ordered, right? Can only... Oh. Yeah, now I realize, like, there's actually country restrictions on... Maybe it's not the best idea. I think I'll have to give it another think over. Maybe we'll do something different for the Christmas giveaway this year. Let me just turn my microphone off. We're almost ready for the second half. My day was good. Hopefully yours was as well. I'm almost fully recovered from like a pretty tough cold. Ready for the cup next week? Yeah. Most of my teams are ready to hopefully make it through to the second round. So hopefully you are ready for the cup next week as well. Now we just need to turn this little situation around. We are trailing as we head into the second half. What we have one match level at the moment. One match level in the other fight as well. I have a hard one because I have 5 new players training and defending. Not sure if I can do it. A hard day because of that? I honestly think starting out with defenders is a good call. And I don't think there's any reason to stress about. Like, just add the remaining trainees slowly but steadily. But defending training, while it's not as fast as winger, like only goalkeepers faster, right? It's a solid way of training, and it gives you options to train differently. Because at some point, if you continue to train defending, you will be able to train keepers. Hey Alaric. Oh, I forgot to check out what kind of division did you promote into? Are you still in the same division, by the way? Club history. You are. The opponent is a good team, and I think they'll play with constant pressing, so I'm forced to use counterattacks. Playing with a new team. Going to be a funny game. Yeah, playing with a new team, training defending. Yeah, counterattacks might be your go-to tactic. I see that you, theoretically at least, should be in the top half of your division next season. That's pretty decent. Nasty Dragons. The Unknowns. Wow. I want to check something else about Who's your potential? Did you see my potential round 2 opponent? It is funny that you are up against Steinhøj and the Unknowns so soon already. But speaking about cup opponents, I'm fairly certain, unless I get completely cheated by the game engine, which could happen, you don't know, right? But did you check my potential round 2 opponent? It's safe to say that, like we were talking one evening about maybe move over to like a full bot opponent league in order to just smash everything on the way to promotion and just go for a cup run. And then looking at my potential round 2 opponent, yeah, maybe, perhaps not. Not yet. Oh, final destination team. Vittorio Marinuzzi. That means Masterminds are in the lead. Another goal for Maracana. Bene Amicia. I don't know if you had a chance to look it up, but my potential round 2 opponent is Penarosa Bramante. At least we will get a prominent visitor at the Stadio della Libertà. Buon Sammaritano has made it 3-1 against Söbatens Piraterna. Gandalf? What? I'm not following. Gandalf or Eco Athens? Today I finally bought my last defender, goddamn. It was hard to find something good for a low price. I don't know if many of them were cheating or trading money, but some players were completely absurd. 250, 300k for only 2002, 2020 potential. I usually buy players with the same potential for around 10 to 16k. Yeah, the thing is, right now, the players selling right now, the players selling right now with that kind of potential are potential under 21's national team players in the future. You have to keep that take that into consideration. You are the 255th match, so you are playing against the 256th match winner, right? Good luck with the second half. Thank you, thank you. We have to turn it around if we are to play in the final. No. I don't. I play the winner of Villa Chipita Royal Club and Penarosa Bramante. Match 2. Look. I think there should be a bronze match. Like, you can always do, like, check out the full draw like that. Very difficult second round. Like, I like where my team is going, definitely, but truthfully, I don't have a chance against them. But you can see it like this for your own team. Fidelis Montichiari. Go ahead, Canaries. Anyway, back on the live page. Ooh, Warriors of Heart United. That's the comeback. That's the comeback. 4-3 now. Are you tryharding in the cup or focusing on the league? Like, you don't know like who Penarosa Bramante is in San Marino, but Penarosa Bramante were unlucky not to win the championship last season, and they have won the championship in San Marino for the past 9 years, and then they unluckily lost it on the final day. So that's my opponent if I win the first round, so I wouldn't be able to try hard in the cup. But yeah, you wouldn't really expect to go past him. They are a nightmare for every team in San Marino. I'm thinking if you have a carefully, he will care of the, like, he is always fuming when he's unlucky in the cup. He was unlucky in the cup, and then he was unlucky in the league. He will care. He only cares about winning everything. I'm telling you. Oh no. Mistral Cognon. I'll show you. San Marino. Here he is. I mean, look at that price shelf. Anyway, I'm thinking, yeah, it'll take a carefully tailored homegrown cycle team in order to 13 consecutive Hattrick Masters. Now, back on the live page. Warriors, we know that one. They're secondary cups. But honestly, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, we could obviously get some extra money from secondary cups for sure. But the primary thing would be to get some training. Really. Karokna, 3-1. Kazimierz Gunnies. Oh, well, Argue asked how I feel about Azzurro Chiaro Calcio. I mean, we should be fairly even. They have a strong defense. I'm hoping I can find a way against them. I don't feel like swapping away from Ladendicht and the Unknowns and... I think I should have a... Like, if he doesn't have any more attack than what he played against you. Yeah. I think it'll be alright. It's not a disaster if I don't promote next season. But the season after that, I desperately will need to promote. That's true. Almost an hour played. Puffins. You get extra experience for the core players in the cup. If I remember correctly, you have a player in the national team. I had a player. Zanotti played 11 matches, I think. Why don't I just remember in an instant? 14 matches. 14 matches. But that's a while ago now. So I think you'll again play the season, match of the season on round 14th. I will make sure not to play an accidental match of the season during the season in this coming season. Let me put it like that. Of course, it will be... It's a tough match away from home in the first round. Oh yeah, I'll play him in the first and the second round. Most likely, yeah. SSCUC. 2-0 now against Riksmeisters. Kazun Apenaike. Karokna 4-1. Kazimierz Gunnies. I can definitely tell that streaming and talking a lot provokes the cough a bit. Which arena is calculator is the most up to date? I always use what's it called again? It's called the NRG Ego Revision 2. Let me just put it in the chat for you. One simple... No. I've been ill, Alaric. Søvandens-piraterne 2-0. And Bosucci, Dicardo 4-0. It would be nice if they could add voice commentary for the game. I wonder how hard it would be. AI voiceover. I'm actually thinking that, like, if people really wanted it, they could make it from like a browser extension. I don't think they should add it as a thing in Hattrick. I don't know. I think it's because I played Hattrick back when you had to manually refresh the match report every minute if you wanted. If you wanted a minute-to-minute update, you would sit and press the F5 button. Now, like, if you really want one, it would be something like... And I think only Danes really understand where this commentary is from. It's a while back, let me put it like that. Oh, central attack again. $19.92, yeah. $2-0. Okay, enough. Halfway through the second half. Looking tough. I don't think that there's no trophy. The Hattrick content creator or the Hattrick... Wow. Let me try again. The Hattrick Creators Club tournament is like, it's fully sandbox. Which is fine. I mean, in the spirit of Hattrick. Like, just how many tournaments were trophyless sandbox? Ale Gandalf. Apostoli? Eriksen. Update. It's close again. 4-3. Apple jelly. Widen their lead. Henny Schnoots. Okay. We are still potentially in this. How about stamina here? Maybe. I'm thinking puffins might be the key. Fumble United. Come on. Uğurcan Özgünes. I started playing Inazuma 11 Victory Road. I don't know how old you are, but back in the day. Darius Mimse, Fumble United. Pretty tough situation I've put you in, I see. Back in the day, Inazuma and Captain Tsubasa were huge. Every kid was watching. It's cool to have a game with the moves from the anime. I have no idea what you're talking about, sorry. But I will gladly Google it. Apostoli up 4-2 now. Visvolot Verbenko. Oh, it's like an anime football game? $40-50-year-old. How old is the actual anime? Like, I can see the game is from 2008, the first one. Ooh, Eichel, Alemania Eichel. They won't be caught now. Nino Gross from a quick event. And Barkis. 6 and 7. Özgünes and Rausmauls. between 81 and 88. I'll be honest, I wasn't exposed to a lot of anime when I was a kid. I think the only thing like I was really heavily exposed for, Apostoli 5-2 now, Giancarlo Gallia. Right attack. Pretty nice. The only thing I was exposed to was Silver Fang. And oh, it's the OG. And the thing, like, this Silver Fang VHS tapes were distributed through a cartoon club thingy. I think it was a Scandinavian thing. Eichel, Alemannia Eichel 5-1. Delroy Barrow, central attack 5-1. Oh, I had, like, in my household as a kid, we didn't have any special channels. We only had the like, what do you call it? And then we, like, I remember we, like, the first VHS tape of Silver Fang, there was 4 editions. We only got the first 3, and we were members of that club for, well, like, we had established we were going to quit it as soon as the 4th tape with Silver Fang was released, and for some reason it wasn't. At some point I got hold of it. Now fast forward another 10 years or so, and it was re-released. Newly recorded voices, which was like newly recorded, what do you call it? Not subs, but yeah, newly dubbed voices in Danish, which was, yeah, like you'd grown up with an entirely different voice, and now all of a sudden they were pronouncing the Japanese names correctly and all of that stuff. But that's not the crazy thing. The crazy thing was the amount of material censored out of the original material. So if you, like, the final, like, I don't know if you know Silver Fang, but it's about this dog, and they fight bears, and they travel around Asia to recruit other dogs to fight for them. And the final, what would essentially be the 5th DVD or the VHS tape, which was so heavily censored that there was only 4 tapes left in the Danish or the Scandinavian versions. Like, I remember watching the final few episodes of that, and I was like, by that point I knew that there was a lot of material missing from what I've seen as a kid, because it was so super gory and everything. Not a robot dog, but what do you call it? Silver Fang, the shooting star Jin. Yeah, a husky. Yeah, a husky. Of course. Give me a side attack. Yeah, it's time for a side attack. So, like, I remember being confused about the final episodes of that show as a kid, because like Silva and his father Ricky, they had like this signature move where they just they spin into like a racer, like, and then they do the final attack on the final boss, or whatever you would call it, the bear they have, that has we all believe that the bear HTActu had killed Ricky Campioni, but he hadn't. And the version I saw as a kid, you just see them, they jump into the air, they start spinning, and then flash forward, and then the bear is just lying, completely sliced into bear beef, bloody, in a pile. And that's just like a full 4 minutes of this, or maybe a few minutes of this psycho attack, where they just kill off this bear. And that was just edited out, and was just like, okay, they jump up, boom, he's dead. I'm like, okay, maybe. It was absolutely crazy to see those real episodes the way they were intended. Fernando Vasco Fabevas, 8-0, and Ian has hit back on the counter. Ivan Ubolo attacking down the lift. So, yeah, that's... Okay, I'll tell you another thing. So, wait a minute. Bulaka. They're not... No. They spoiled it even. Or maybe Luxembourg takes the lead. At least Misrael didn't score. No, it's not haunting me. I just remember being so confused because it was so heavily censored. So when I finally watched the uncensored version as an adult, at least age-wise, I was like, oh, so now the story actually makes sense. It was mostly the case for the final tape, right? How old is too old to train with only 10% stamina? Oh, you won't get very far if we're talking like 10%. You can't even reach excellent on like prime, like when they're in the prime stamina wise. Sötvattenspiraterne, the Hattrick from Tamil Talal, attacking down the right. 10 minutes to go. A 30 might work all right, I guess. Let me just see if I have a 30-year-old in my... I train 10%, so I'll be able to see... Like a 30... Oh, he's almost 33. Equip Team Stadium has made it 2-0. Alphonse Gausken with a brace to his name now. And Bepolino has given the Swedes the lead here. Andrea Savecic. 32. He's down to inadequate stamina. But he doesn't play all that often. I think you could keep him at solid at 30-year-old. At solid as a 30-year-old with 10%. Maracana, 4-0. Idris Jomba and Polaris widening their lead now. Shamic with a brace to his name. That's a bad update for us. Justin Lescare. 3-0 now for Equipe Team Stadium. Oh. Ouchies. Now Luxembourg. A 30-year-old need at least 70%. Oh, he does? Oh yeah, he's 28. Sorry, I was looking at a wrong player. Philippe Melo, 4-2. I think we are in trouble now, to say the least. Because everywhere we're trailing. Save for one match. I think it's over. It might be over. Polaris up by 2. Equipe up by 2. Maracana up by 4. Identity Shakers would make it 5-4. It looks tough. How did that... Oh. How many? Okay, wait, how many of those chances are... 6 to... 7-3. Yeah, of course. These guys haven't had their last counterattack. Right? Yeah, it's looking a little tough, to say the least. You would need a very, very lucky chance distribution from this point on in order to turn it around. Like, you're lucky that Sir Puffins is actually in the chat here to guide you a little. 17% to maintain solid stamina at the age of 30. Be advised that any potential extra income you might find from adding those oldies, you might just eat up any potential profit from, because they won't be able to sustain for very long. I mean, it is a good way to generate a little extra excitement initially, perhaps. Lots of chances here, but the crooks get one back on Bosucci, Decado, John Macmillan. Oh, that's from a while back. This could be a chance. If Identity Shakers could score a winner here, and Sporting Club de Boa. Bosucci. 5-1 Vincent Belonche. You live for the cup match? What day do you play cup matches? I might do a live thingy on Wednesday. You have some add-ins on... Oh, Navigator, you mean the browser? No, I have an application, so I can just press it manually. And then I have a few different sounds. So I usually play the spectator sound if I'm watching the goal. But if I just get the update, I just play the goal sound. And I can also control like skipping music. Until recently I could also just adjust the volume directly. I do it on my phone. Do you want to stop the clapping? Oh, sorry. That's on my end. That's something I add to add some atmosphere to the stream. Oh, yeah, you can turn it off in the Foxtrix. You can turn it on in the preferences. I'll show you after. Heck, I'll just show you now. So if you click the preferences here, I don't actually know how this is cropped. It's terribly. Alright, so this is the full preferences of Foxtrix preferences. Oh no, but the browser window is cropped in the live view in my streaming software, so all alert here, I think. See this? If you cheer, ovation, these are the ones. If you just do like this, they're all gone. Away goals. So if you click alert, boom. Like that. Søvandspiraterne. They just equalize and now they feel nervous. Apostoli. Dancho Kanevje. From a corner. I remember one question in the cup. Is it better to switch the keeper at the end of the game, which with one that has higher set piece skill for a penalty in case a tight score? I think generally, unless your keeper has to execute a penalty at some point, right? Which he would be quite good at, I think. Having high goalkeeper skill might just be the better. It depends. I mean, If you have a good set pieces and penalty takers, you might not need it. But you won't have that with a starter team. And you definitely, if you're training defending, maybe if you are training a goalkeeper and defending, you could consider swapping a goalkeeper with more set pieces. But honestly, I don't know much about penalty shootouts, to be honest, because I haven't really gone far a lot of times in the cup. Now, it's crunch time here. We have to count up some matches. Extra time between Cognon, Mistral Cognon, and Identity Shakers. One 0, 1-1, 2-3, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. Damn it, we've lost. 5-3. We've lost. Mistral? I only remember, like, when I was a teenager, the girls we knew, like when they came home from France, they would sometimes bring these special French cigarettes. Very thin. Anyway, that is it. End of wing training, playmaking training for the next 5 seasons. Well, like the chance distribution, I understand why they are heavily, like they are favored at least, right? And this central sectors. Oh, yeah. We tried. I don't smoke anymore. I mean, I haven't smoked for a very long time. But when I was a teenager, you had to smoke in order to be one of the cool guys, apparently. Anyway, yeah, that was lots of goals today. No defensive dragging out affairs. Yeah, 92-8 seems kind of steep. You were a double agent today, Alaric? Yeah. At least you helped me translate a few things. Letting us go to the final. Yeah. We did save some gunpowder for the final. What about the other matchup? Let's just double check it. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1 Sweden. What? Drama. They have 3 tied games. We'll follow it. Even though I wouldn't mind resting a bit. But we'll follow the final matches. It is the semi-final. Now I broke the viewer. Oh, maybe not. Who am I rooting for? In the final? Or in the... now? Since we were beaten by the masterminds, I'm rooting for the Swedes now. Both Denmark and Sweden is out. I don't care about the finals. The loser will play against you in the bronze medal match. Now I have to root for the brothers on the other side of the sea. And also we were beaten by the masterminds in the initial matchup, so we need to get those Italian fellas for a rematch. We saved all the gunpowder for the final. Well, not all of it, but we had something saved up for the final. Oh, Shakers got hit by a nerve event. Yeah, we'll definitely have to... Like, we kind of put it through a popular vote. Like, should we save something for the final? Or should we try to get to the final? And most were just like, we need to try to win the final, not just to reach. We need to try to win. We're not playing for silver, we're playing for gold. And the question is, should we have mixed one of those? Like, allegedly, from the top 3 teams, should we have taken one of those or 2 of those in order to qualify? You could always argue for it now, right? But Identity Shakers 2-1 Nehoroy Samir. At least we get to make it look a little better on the score sheet. And Italy are in the driver's seat, in the pole position now. Personally, I think it could have been fun if you just like give it everything you got potentially in the semifinal. Just burn all the fuses, and then like you qualify. Yay, we've qualified, and then you don't have anything left. But just for like the tragedy of everything, but. What's the ratio? It looks like Identity Shakers are pulling ahead now because of the stamina, which makes good sense. On average, a few years older. Is this this? Or why don't I just? When can we see the matches in the league? I think they are normally generated on the same day you play the first round of the cup. Yeah, I know. I know he's in the. I remember him from one of the Hattrick direct streams, as well as some of the discussions in the Hattrick Masters channel. And I remember, oh yeah, this the how do you call it? Kind of messed up avatar. Chance for some Haritano down the left. Oh, they've missed a 32%. They can't be too happy about that one. Five times league winner in the same stint. 3-time cup winner. Like during the same run, or? That's impressive in the same run. Club history. '83, '84, '85, '88, '89. It's a very nice going that, like, because 86, 87, and then he's still around for 89. Can I quick forward? A quick forward can be Identity Shakers 3-1 now. Let me just report this one. Jul Knut. Is that a Dutch way of being called Knut? Knud in Danish? So a quick forward can be blocked 100% of the time by a right back. And the right central back is able to do the 25% chance block on the left forward, and the left central defender has a chance to do the 25% block on the right forward. Believe it or not, I've made a video on the subject. Believe it or not. Yeah, but it has to be very specific. Because for some of the it depends on exactly where they're positioned. I could just You saw it? You know what? I'll yeah, I've got it. I'll link it. It's one of those things, when I research it, I will remember it, but if I have to... Yeah, sometimes I have to watch my own video again in order to... The right forward will be 100% blocked by the left back. The left forward will be 100% blocked by the right back. And the 25% block is from the right central defender on the left forward, left central defender on the right forward. And they can also block, those two defenders can block the center forward. Uleberg with the equalizer. It's sødt var den, piraterne. Believe it or not. I remember you, Terrific, from... I do remember you. I remembered your name when you said you had restarted and come back to Hattrick, so I do believe you. And thank you for following for quite a while. It might be 3 years ago I launched the Hattrick YouTube channel. The first video was on the 3rd of January. Very soon. 3 years. Time flies. Sødvattens piraterne have not taken the lead. I think Good night, Alaric. Thank you so much for being part of the stream tonight. I will make sure to keep an eye out for the Nasty Dragons and their adventure in San Marino as well. And like whenever there's a Sunday stream, make sure you can always drop a match ID and we'll follow the matches as usual. Good night, Chris. Yeah, like as soon as we have a I'm fairly certain the Identity Shakers will bring home a shit of honor for us, making it as close as it possibly could be. But I actually need to get a little rest before tomorrow as well. I've been ill for most of the week. Let's just quickly see here if Sövatenspiraterne can take the lead. Ortolano Vesturi. No, it's blocked. One Vesturi. Oh, it's from the Have you ever thought about starting a series about mentoring where you try to help improve viewers' teams? I actually have, yeah. Just an idea for extra content in Hattrick and MMOs. There are streamers who make content commenting on the gear viewers have, what they need to farm. It's kind of hard to find new content in Hattrick for videos. Yeah, you were certainly right. I've thought about doing something for the mentoring aspect of the game for quite a while. I'll be honest, whenever I get a new mentee, 9 out of 10 times they never respond to anything I ask them or anything. They select a mentor and then they don't log in anymore. I don't get it. It makes so little sense. Why go through the effort of finding a mentor and then just don't do anything? I've also thought about getting a bunch of experienced managers together who has an interest in perhaps making some special resources, not just featuring me but other experienced managers, not just to show, and perhaps not only videos but also like resources to explain easily the training system and how it's related to formations and stuff. The thing that's holding me back in that regard is the fact that I still see so many potential mentees, new players in the game, selecting a mentor actively but never utilizing it in any way whatsoever. They've seen my welcome message, they've selected me for some kind of reason. I've written to them, you want this? Are you here? Going to work together? And they're gone. So I'm thinking we could make. I'm saying we because I would need to find some collaborators to try to make it the best possible resources. But would it be all in vain if generally we don't really get to use it in the way it's intended anyway? So that's a thing holding me back. That was a kind of elaborate answer about it, I think, maybe a little too elaborate. But I wouldn't mind hosting complete newbie rate my team, like giving some feedback on it, like you say. I would need to be mentor of the team in order to be able to browse the players at least. That could be an option or a way to do things if people agree to have their review live on a stream, for instance. When you create a new team, the game automatically gives you a mentor. Is that a new thing? Maybe that's the reason why that's the experience. Like the only time I've had a meaningful mentorship was with someone, like when it was arranged. Like basically outside of Hattrick. But if it assigns you a guy from China, he will have made, like he will have selected out in the mentor hub that he will be able to do a mentorship in English. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. Are we finished in tournament now? No, we get to play like the third place playoff as well. But yeah, like basically, yeah, we are finished. But yes, but no. we have a round with featuring our best teams, which is a little unfortunate. But that was kind of the vibe I was getting when I asked people how are we approaching it. Yeah, I think we'll just see out the game between Mistral, Gagnon, and Identity Shakers, and then I'm calling it because I've been ill during the week and I probably also need my beauty sleep. So Christmas party at work tomorrow evening. So yeah. Good to see you in the chat, Keith. Yeah. 3 minutes remain here. Identity Shakers makes it the smallest margin possible, but unfortunately it's the end of the end of the line here for the Dynamiters. We'll be playing a third match playoff with the best possible teams. If in case, like if they want to represent, of course, we might have to talk it over. But it all ends 5-4 for Union HTActu tonight. I will have to call it now because I can definitely tell that like I wasn't coughing like this when we started the stream, so I have to rest a bit. Hopefully we'll wake up and know that like I hope we'll meet the Italians, because we have a revenge going on there, like the revenge arc angle. And the Swedes, yeah, I would be rooting for them in the final if because that's just how it is. If the opponent plays pressing and I play counter attack, how many actions will there be in the game? I mean, what's the pressing ability? Ooh, okay, it's the penalty shootouts starting here. What's the level of pressing? Like if you play counter, you could still generate, yeah, a fair amount of opportunities, but maybe not a ton. You could end up with a very low scoring game, that's for sure. How are you on specialties? I'll have to call it for now. Thank you guys so much for being here on the journey towards the semifinal. Unfortunately, this is where the real journey ends. We will be playing the third place playoff, of course, but it's not the same. Crossing my fingers for Sweden to take this one. That's just how it is. Have a good night. Have a good night. Yeah, you too. Terrific life. Thank you for stopping by and asking good questions. Certainly makes it a more interactive experience for the streamer as well, so I appreciate that. Everyone else, thank you so much for watching tonight. I see you in a week's time, and there might be some cup streaming during the midweek as well, but no promises because I'm in a fairly busy state at the moment. So yeah, take care guys, good night, have a good one, bye.